Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast, Dragon Ball edition. Today we have our first Dragon Ball podcast episode of 2024. So we got the Dragon Ball expert with us. Happy New Year, Mr. Mitchell Oso.
Happy New Year to you and all the listeners. How have you been?
I think they've been great. I think I've been good as well. We don't have to talk about your end of year stuff because you were the last podcast of 2023, and that was after the end of year podcast. So you already know how well you did.
Yep, we had a surprisingly good 2023 and looking forward to a outstanding 2023, outstanding 2024. See, I'm already starting off the year strong and stuttering my words and it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be
Oh
awesome.
my gosh. So Mitch, man, we had the first chapter of the new year, chapter 101. No one knew what to expect. For people who don't know, Dragon Ball is actually the people who like leak out those pages. They do it on purpose, just for people who don't know. So like the first couple pages that were leaked, you were seeing some red ribbon stuff, and you got a lot of people pissed off thinking we were not going to progress. But once those other leaks came out, people are like, what the hell are we really in store for?
Yep, no one knew, but as we're going to go over, nothing nothing serious went on with this chapter, but I will say that even though nothing like serious occurred, like what such a relief that this is like new
Hmm.
content that like we haven't seen before, no movies, no retelling of a story, just new original content. And God, I missed it.
Oh
Missed
yeah,
it.
because there, like you said, nothing serious, but there are so many things that happen in this chapter, and I think what how the chapter ended already has, and we'll get more into it, already has 102 being one of the most anticipated super chapters maybe ever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
we'll get into it.
102 will be interesting, but let's discuss what is going to lead into 102.
Hmm.
So, chapter 101 here, Carmine and Soldier 15, and starts off with, well, Carmine, Soldier 15 of the Red Ribbon Army, driving away, and they're discussing how the Red Ribbon Army is kind of done for. However, Carmine says that the funds and the resources remain even though their base has been destroyed. But Carmine makes the mention that it's like, if Gohan and Piccolo, or if they're going to be around and, they destroyed Cell Max, and there's really no chance for the Red Ribbon Army to make a comeback until they're disposed of. And well, as they're driving through the town, they happen to come across Goten and Trunks, not knowing it's Goten and Trunks, in their Saiyaman costumes, X1, X2, and they are disrupting or just being vigilantes here, and they're stopping a robbery of a
Hmm.
bank, and Carmine and Soldier 15, they're interested in what's going on here, and they witness Trunks and Goten here just beating the crap out of these robbers, and we see some dialogue with the robbers, with our heroes here. Basically, they're just taking them out, telling them, don't commit crimes ever again, and Trunks is messing around with one of the criminals and tossing them high up in the air and then catching bullets and so on and so forth. But after they capture all the bad guys, Carmine, again, not knowing that it's Goten and Trunks, goes up to them and recruits their services. He takes them to a little Pizza Hut. Um, Ironic though that the pizza joint that they go to here is called Red Pizza. I I ponder if that has any connection to the Red Ribbon Army. If
I
it's like
think so.
it would just make sense. But so yeah, as they're sitting there talking, Carmine um tries to recruit, say a man like X1 and X2 to fight the evil bad guys of the world. And Goten and Trunks are not interested at first, and then Carmine basically just baits him into thinking that yeah, they can't handle him. Once they deal with a adversary that's just as strong as them, they're just gonna back away, which just pisses off Goten and Trunks, and they agree after some time. Carmine offers them a reward, and Trunks is like, nah, just keep the money. We're just doing this to be, good guys and whatnot. So he tells them to hop in their van, and well, off they go from there. The scene then changes to Beerus's planet, and we get some action here between Vegeta and Broly. And through most of this fight, it would seem as though Vegeta like has the upper hand on them. They're both in their base forms, just fighting. And Vegeta's kind of toying around with Broly, trying to get him to, you know, like unleash his like, potential, but they're trying to train him to actually keep his composure for that. And um we get here Vegeta asking him on page 19 if he's ready to, lose his mind. He's like loses cool. Uh, Broly charges towards Vegeta and punches him square in the head, and Vegeta takes that punch. Honestly, I had pondered for 2 seconds if he was going to go alter ego here because Broly actually does make Vegeta bleed a little bit on his forehead. However, Vegeta makes the remark that anger isn't it's not something to avoid. It's not bad or whatnot. And that rage is the source of the Saiyan's power. In fact, which obviously that is true.
Well,
And
real quick there, Mitch, is this 2024 where they're just like that stupid tingly shit is done? Because remember last time they're like, oh, it's the tingling in the back, and now we're going back to like Dragon Ball Z, like Rage.
well, it's nice to know that Universe 7 actually knows what the fuck is going on here. And, that was just a Universe 6 thing. And that's why we haven't seen Universe 6 forever because it's like we're just trying to forget how stupid they are. But, but regardless, Universe 6, they fucked up a lot of things.
They did.
Anyways, we can talk about that. If I can remember, I was reading and listening to some shit some other people were saying, and I'm like, God damn, you people right. Universe 6, they fucked everything up. Anyways, but going back to this, um, yeah, Vegeta says that anger and rage, source of Saiyans power, and that Broly's issue is simply that he just loses himself. He just completely falls into the abyss whenever it comes to, his anger and whatnot. And then Vegeta transforms into, Super Saiyan, charges Broly, and pushes him back, punches him in the gut, and Broly can't land a punch against a Vegeta, or at least anything that considers considerably doing damage. Um, and Vegeta just keeps provoking him, and we see Whis and Goku talking about um, that even though it seems like Broly is about to lose his cool, Whis actually makes a remark that he's actually, he's been improving and that he's changed, and we see some more fighting, and um, Vegeta is like in the forest, he's hiding himself, and Broly, instead of just blowing up the planet just to try. He actually stands in the middle of the forest and examines and finds where Vegeta is, and then starts, shooting blanks at where he's located. Vegeta dodges it, of course, but you just see a little bit more control from Broly. And Goku's impressed that he's holding his own. Whis says that, he's growing up, and so on and so forth. Vegeta does say that he's improving, but until he actually unleashes his full power, he's not going to reach his full potential. And we see Broly's little friends Chile and uh, Limo
Mm.
Lemo, can't pronounce his name correctly. They chime in here, and Limo gives everyone some water to drink, and Chile, she makes a remark that shouldn't they be, preparing for like Black Frieza and that he's no joke and whatnot. And Goku gives a compliment to Frieza, just stating that, he's a bad guy, but it's kind of impressive that he trained real hard to, actually surpass them. And Beerus listening in, he chimes in and he says that, there's always going to be someone stronger than you. So you just got to keep on training. And Beerus once again tries to, set Goku up for the future of becoming God Destruction. And Goku's like, uh, no, I don't want to do that. Though this part's a little bit interesting, a little bit here. Beerus actually asks Whis what was happening on Earth during the superhero arc, and Whis fills them in about Cell Max and whatnot, and that it was Gohan and Piccolo that won that battle, and we this part's a little bit funny.
Yeah, it's been translated in so many different ways in like different countries.
Yep, at least according to Caleb Cook here. Yeah, Beerus forgets all about Gohan apparently, and so yeah, everything that Gohan did in Tournament of Power, yep, that didn't stick. So okay, so on and so forth. But even Whis is a little bit surprised that he even forgot about Gohan and whatnot. Um, and then this is where Whis says that Bulma had told him that she believes that Gohan may have passed both of them, Goku and Vegeta. Respectfully to Bulma, though, I don't know how she can really gauge that since she can't sense keys. But regardless, I mean, other people have mentioned it, so she's just kind of copying them. But Goku wishes he was there, and but they were too distracted during the fight with Vegeta, and Vegeta rubs into Goku's face that he won. I like that self-awareness though that Toriyama here is
Mhm.
showing us that we all hope for it, and that's all we're ever going to get because before we know it, before the end of this next arc, Goku will be in front of Vegeta yet
Yep.
again. So well, that's the end of that part. Now we go back to Earth, and you know we see Carmine and 15 and Goten and Trunks. They're driving out to the Gohan's house.
Side
They're
note,
driving,
always forget that Gohan lives in a freaking mansion.
he has rich family.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
like stupid rich family.
And
Like,
Videl still works.
you know what? Good for her. Good for her. She doing whatever like to get the she does her passion. Good job.
Yeah, because she
Good job,
teaches
Videl.
martial arts and he's a renowned college
He's an
professor.
he's a Super Saiyan ant scientist. Like what the fuck are we talking about? Like,
And they technically don't have to work because like Videl's dad's Hercule.
yep, just yep. And then, his maternal grandfather is the Ox King. He's
Yeah.
just full of rich fucks everywhere. So but still grew up in the middle of the mountains for some reason. Whatever. Anyways, um, so yeah, Go 10 makes a remark that they're actually traveling closer to Gohan's place, and when they arrive there, Carmine just hops out and just pulls out his pistol and starts shooting the crap out of Gohan's house like a freaking lunatic. And Goten and Trunks, they're like, what in the world is going on here? Well, Gohan comes out and he's like, well, he investigates and Carmine tries to shoot Gohan with his gun, knowing full well that he killed Cell Max. All right, whatever. And Gohan blocks all the bullets, notices who it is, and just without, with unnecessarily, just in a fit of rage, just transforms into Beast Gohan, which is the official name for it. I actually can't remember if they called it Beast Gohan or if that was like a fan sort of name for the transformation. I can't remember if it was official, but just in case I'm incorrect on that, it is official. Because that's what Trunks referred to it whenever he transformed, and Well, Goku and Vegeta, they sensed this transformation all the way from Beerus's planet, which is sort of impressive, and sort of kind of expected. But anyways, so yeah, Carmine tries to run away, and Gohan doesn't let him, prevents him from getting inside the car, and Gohan looks in the car and sees that Trunks and Goten are with him, and then he, sort of belittles them and asking them what in the world are y'all doing here, and then all of a sudden, Goku instant transmissions right to the top of the car, and uh, everyone sees him and they're happy to see him, and that's how the chapter ends. Just with Goku's arrival back on Earth, right after Gohan transforms. So,
Yeah, so a lot of a lot of stuff to set up the future, just going all the way back. Like Red Ribbon Army, they like he said, they still got the money, but they can't do anything until Piccolo and Gohan are dealt with. So they could always come back and they can always do some crazy stuff. Like you said with the Vegeta Broly, because we saw a little Goku and Broly earlier, and now it was Vegeta's turn. And we talked about like they were going base to base. If we remember in the Broly movie, I mean, sure, he used the power of the Great Ape, but Broly was still technically in a base state when Vegeta had to go Super Saiyan God.
mm-hmm,
And like Goku had to go Super Saiyan Blue. So, and then now Vegeta's just playing, well, fighting him in base, and Super Saiyan shows how much stronger he's gotten, and Broly showing his control. And to go back to like Universe six, it's kind of BS that Broly's not able to, I know they're prolonging it, but get it all fully controlled quick because Kale was able to do the same thing in like 2 minutes. And she is weaker than this guy, which is, like you said, Universe 6 messing things up.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
she was
you,
able to get multiple forms and control the rage form by the time her and Khalifa were fighting Goku.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, Universe 6, they fucked everything up. And even now I remember what it was. It was a video of who was stronger, Teen Gohan or Kaba in his base form. And I forget where it was mentioned, but it was mentioned during in the manga chapters of the Universe 6 exhibition that like base Kaba is as strong as like I think it was like Super Saiyan 2 Goku or Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, like, and and I'm sitting there and I'm like listening to this and like recollecting, and I'm like, there's no way in hell if you were to ask me before I watched this video who would win in a fight between Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Kaba, who can't even go Super Saiyan, like, there's no way. That's horseshit. I don't care about scaling. We not that crap again. God damn. Let's use some freaking common sense here, people. No way. Anyways, so yeah, I digress. But yeah, like, yeah, Broly. I mean, this is what I like. I like this that Broly is struggling to, control his powers.
Yeah.
It's just that part's good. It's just what they have done in the past has made you just look at it like, really, man? Really? Really? Because Kale should not have gone even let Super Saiyan to begin with, but
Yeah, and she won a whole bunch of things. And like you said, with the Vegeta taking that punch, and then like he just went Super Saiyan. Is this maybe a thing foreshadowing that during this time, you know how like when Goku fought Granola, he was able to use Ultra Instinct in his other Super Saiyan forms? Is Vegeta
mhm.
like being able to learn like the Ultra Ego aspect of taking damage in like his normal and other forms?
Maybe, but probably not just because it just that would just make too much sense.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And then the picture, the you could tell that hit to Broly's gut got to him, and that's a good picture.
hmm
Like
Yeah,
that
that was on
punch.
page where is it here? Page 24.
Yeah, like
I mean,
that's a really good picture of them going at it and then Broly learning being strategic. and them talking about he needs to find his own way. But Chile, man, she like they're bringing a lot of stuff home in this chapter. She's right. Like in different translations, like if Frieza showed up right here, what would you guys do?
I
And
was waiting for
that's a good
someone.
point, man.
The only thing I wish with that line was somebody would just be like Beerus would handle it, just like I wish someone would have been a little smart ass and said that because then people would know whether or not Black Frieza is weaker than like Beerus. I still think Beerus is significantly stronger even than Black Frieza. Maybe not significantly, but like still stronger in a one-on-one there. But if someone had said that line, then there is no there's like there's no debate.
Yeah,
Um,
I just really like the self awareness of like she's like, yeah, she's right. Frieza could show up at any minute, and you guys are nowhere near what you need to be to even contend with him.
mhm.
Like, I really liked that self awareness. And then,
I would assume then because they brought Frieza up again,
mhm,
that has to be the direction of this arc, this upcoming arc.
yeah, well, and then with Beerus, I mean, he's just like you said, he's always going to be someone stronger than you, so keep getting training. And he's like, once you're stronger than me, I'll nominate you. Like you talked about, there's one right there. Beerus is like, hey, Goku, when you're stronger than me, so currently right now, Goku is still not stronger than Beerus from Beerus
Mm-hmm.
himself. So that's
Yep.
one that's confirmed.
Yep. Yep. That adds to it nicely because I think the community understands that like Beerus is significantly stronger even than what they are right now.
Mhm.
And back in the day when Beerus said like to Goku during Battle of Gods, he's like, "Oh, I only use like 70% of my power." I think we know that was kind of bullshit, like putting a number to it, but like
Right.
it's nice to see that apparently Goku is definitely not there, even though he is like he can go into MUI like easily, like at will. And Goku doesn't disagree with Beerus either. So that
Yeah.
it, that's nice too.
And then them acknowledging that Whis and Bulma did talk about what happened on Earth. Like Whis even knew the name of Cell Max, how they beat it. It was Gohan and all of that. Like the Beerus line, I know in some translations it's like, oh, Gohan's not ringing a bell, yada yada, or like that. I know this one says that guy's a dad. Beerus, Goku's not just a dad; he's a grandfather.
Mm.
Like he's a dad of two. So that was interesting, but I don't understand how he would not know Goku's a dad, but literally in the Broly movie, he knows Vegeta's a dad because he's the one watching Vegeta's kid.
I think they're just trying to try to maybe they're trying to reinforce this idea of what Beerus is supposed to be that maybe has kind of been drifted away from, and that is, I mean, he is the god of destruction of this universe. He should not give a flying shit about the lives of
That's
like
true.
the mortals in it. Like, you know what I mean? Because like all his job is to do is go to a planet, eat their food, determine if they need to die. That's it. That's his job. And he is very super fucking powerful. One of, if not the strongest god of destruction in the entire multiverse. Yeah, this is uh like a king to like a peasant
That's
is
true.
how it should be. So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I remember I met your family, but that was like years ago, and I really don't give a shit. So while
Honest.
it's funny and it doesn't make sense if you think about the hierarchy of where Beerus is, I'm fine with it. But only if that's where they were trying to go. If this is the dumb shit of like Goku didn't know what kissing was, yet he had two fucking kids. Yeah, that's stupid. But
I
like,
also think it's funny too how he's like, guess he didn't leave that much of an impression, which we don't know how many months, years the Tournament of Power has been. I was like, technically, the manga Gohan, I mean, he knocked out Kefla by himself.
yeah.
Kefla. So,
And in the anime, you remember Beerus gave respect to
yeah.
Gohan.
Yep.
He didn't call him Goku's kid.
Mhm.
he said he said Son Gohan. He paid, his respects. So,
Yeah, and Gohan went with Goku to the exhibition thing against Universe 9.
yeah.
So
So
whatever. But then the Bulma thing, like you said, she wouldn't really know unless she heard it from other people. But I do love how like they admit it, which when we talk about the sensing, like Goku and Vegeta were too into their battle. But the Vegeta thing, man, he's like rubbing it in. Indeed, the duel in which you lost to me, and like each panel
yeah,
building
just
that
zooming in
up.
on his face.
And then
I
Goku saying highlight of your lifetime, huh? And like Whis is there laughing, Lemon laugh. Like that is good. That's good writing and good remembering what they were doing.
It'll be funny too to see that in anime. I hope they make good humor out of that scene because, like what you said, those three consecutive like panels there where it shows Vegeta and then they zoom in on his face at a different angle and he's just breaking up a sentence. It's pretty fucking funny.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
that's gonna be a top tier GIF when it comes out.
yeah,
Like
that'll
anytime, like you lost to me, like that's gonna be used in everything.
it,
But going back to Earth, then I mean, like you said with the Beast Gohan thing, which one they animated, well, drew it so great how like you see his glasses breaking.
as he transforms, they
Hmm.
completely just disintegrate and shatter.
So
Yep.
and you're right, like it's just like all right, that was you really didn't have to do that, but we understand why for like the later pages. But someone did read on Twitter that like, well, if you saw the people who kidnapped your kid, you would instantly get pissed too. And I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
don't know about going to your maximum form. Like you could have just went Super Saiyan,
I mean, yeah, it's like
but we get
it's
why it happened the next pages after.
yeah.
But like even Goten and Trunks like cowering, they're like, "Oh my god, he's going beast," and then like Goku and Vegeta like sensing that, and they're just like, "Oh my goodness!" And then Gohan about to literally just kill everyone in that damn van, and then like Goku coming at the end, and someone brought this up, man. I don't know the exact day or when, but when is the last time we've had Goku, Goten, and Trunks in a panel together?
Um, Goten wasn't fighting during the Moro arc.
Mm-mm.
Not Gas. Not. I'm just trying to think of the Tournament of Power before they probably left or like after they came back. Like, well, because now I'm like thinking of the actual anime itself.
Like anime, the closest thing I think of is like when they went to go revive Goku's like body because of the hit stuff. But do you know that was forever ago?
I'm not sure. Like back in the anime, well, I ponder and I can't remember the scene. When they were meeting at Bulma's house, the gathering before the Tournament of Power. When Goku took Trunks and wait, no, it was Krillin. Krillin in 18. They took Goten and Trunks to 17's island.
Hmm.
Because then that was whenever, 17 saw, Marin and, that whole funny scene with, you know, pronouncing the name incorrectly and 18 threatening to kill 17, all that other shit. Oh my God, you might be right. It might be the hit when hit came.
And that's crazy for literally a father and his two sons. And then you see how excited like Gohan was seeing like his dad because he hasn't seen him since Mora, which could have been months or what. And then he's just like, even Goku acknowledges it's hey there, boys, it's been too long. So he's about to get filled in. But I know a lot of people really liked this chapter because it introduced new stuff, went back to old stuff. And now the big stuff, man. The hype train has begun for the February chapter of Goku versus Gohan. Do you think that is what 102 is going to be?
Hmm. I almost have to just say yes, but only because I can't think of what else they're going to do because I don't know what this arc is about. Because
My,
obviously they're going to talk about it at the very beginning, but like even if they don't if they don't do a little sparring match or at least Gohan gives a demonstration of Beast Gohan, I don't know if then we would see like Goku go like MUI and then like they have just a little, one-on-one just for a few panels, but I don't,
so if this is really because we don't like this is there could be so many things this arc is about. What if this is the Black Frieza arc and like Goku wants to see what Beast Gohan's about, and then obviously later Beast Gohan's gonna tell him about Orange Piccolo, and Goku's like, well, Frieza has a new form. He one shot me and Vegeta. We know he's we know he has to get rid of us, all of us, to achieve his goals, usually. So he's gonna come back to Earth and like Gohan's like, well, what are we gonna like if Goku recruits everyone to come to Beerus thing to train, like maybe that's this arc.
hmm
Which
maybe maybe Goku will actually see this Beast Gohan form and then maybe he'll be like, well, at the moment you're the best chance that we got.
that's another thing. Like he's gonna be he might be the one who we can get the Goku versus Gohan MUI answer. We can get the Beast Gohan versus Black Frieza answer where Goku's like, dude, their power is comparable to what the small thing we saw of Black like bro, that 102, man, like there's so much that could happen.
I do I do hope though they give some sort of like explanation to what that Beast Gohan form is.
Hmm.
Like, Goku takes Gohan to Whis' planet, and then Whis is like, "Oh, Gohan, I see that you have unlocked one of a unique version of MUI because like during the Moro or the Gas arc,
Hmm.
whatever one, Whis was trying to teach Goku that you you got to make MUI your own. You got to, you know, because Goku was pushed into MUI because of, I mean, he had no other choice. You know what I mean? Like during the tournament power, it was either go MUI or you're dead. And that's kind of how it was with Gohan, in the sense that, he just had his back up against the wall, just like all these sand transformations and all that other shit. But yeah, it would that'd be really cool if we says that this is that's actually an Ultra Instinct variation, different than Goku's, but one nonetheless. But
Yeah, man, like and it's just crazy with all the different possibilities that really happen because if we really do get like Beast Gohan versus MUI Goku for the whole, even if it's this quick sparring thing, or if it's for the whole chapter, the internet's gonna break
yeah, it will.
because we'll get confirmation on obviously with Piccolo and like Bulma, all those people saying like, oh, we don't know if Goku Vegeta would be able to do this or that. Obviously, they're basing it off of the last time they saw them, Moro Goku and Vegeta. This is granola version who has true Ultra Instinct, has more training. So this is the strongest Goku we've got, and this is the strongest Gohan we've got. So like, it, it, this is gonna potentially be wild.
Well, it'll be exciting though.
Oh
Finally.
yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I am pumped for.
oh, Happy New Year. Let me tell you, Happy
Yes.
freaking New Year, man.
I'm so pumped. I'm also surprised that Goku came alone.
That's what I think, though. I mean, it's fortunate that, well, not fortunate, but Vegeta and Broly and Whis and Beerus, they're all going to have their own little chit chat dialogue, and I ponder what that'll be about
Hmm.
because that'll be the cutaway scene, after like 12 pages of Go Goku and Gohan talking. So I have no idea what they'll be talking about though.
Like, and it's also now was the Beast Gohan thing because he was super pissed because he saw the Red Ribbon people, or does he know how to do it like by will now? That's another
Well,
question.
that's Trunks says there that makes a remark that he can do it at his own leisure. Where was it? Oh yeah, page 42.
Mhm.
After Gohan transforms there, Trunks, he's or Goten's like, that's crazy. And Trunks, he had made the remark, going beast mode like it's nothing. Um, but you know, think about like when Goku first went, Super Saiyan, and he came back and he was talking to future Trunks, and Trunks asked him, he's like, can you turn Super Saiyan at will? And
Yeah, yeah.
Goku made the remark, he's like, well, at first I couldn't, and I had to get really, really worked up for it, and then I learned to control it. Maybe like what you were just saying, maybe that'll be the same thing then for Gohan. For a little bit, he has to be pissed off to unlock it. And maybe, like you said, maybe Goku takes Gohan to Beerus' planet to train for Frieza. And then Gohan. Yeah, maybe Gohan and Broly will be sparring partners.
The two people with well, we it's actually kind of funny, like literally next month, a year ago, is when we did the strongest in Dragon Ball. So
Mhm.
we might have to go back and look at that and see how right we were after next manga chapter.
Shit, bro. I already just said on this podcast that I hope that like Beast Gohan is some sort of like Ultra Instinct transformation. I can already see that on everyone's freaking whiteboard for next year and how wrong that shit'll
Oh,
be by the time
it,
March comes around.
I
So I
mean,
mean,
we don't know, man. Like with Gohan, like I mean, it's been stated by Goku this whole time, like, man, this guy has a power like that none of us know. Like it's and obviously the Kai variation, maybe it's just another level of the unlocked potential, the Mystic Gohan. We don't know. Like this is Whis will know, so that's a good thing on you. Like Whis will be able to tell us.
I just wish that first there was some human, like true human connection as to the reason why Gohan is so ridiculously strong. Something that like Tien and Krillin could figure out.
Mm,
I know it's like the mixture of like sand and human DNA, and
hmm
the emotions run higher in humans, blah 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 blah. But it'd be like be
And like,
nice if there's some sort of connection there, but nope.
yeah, and then to your thing that you said earlier about the sensing thing and Resurrection F, I don't know if it was in the manga, but definitely the movie, like they told Gohan to power up so that Goku and Vegeta could find them and like get to
Hmm.
Earth to fight Frieza. And like they had a more determined look. The only difference is like if you look, Goku and Vegeta looked shook. They looked shocked at that power.
Yeah, it was like in in the movie they had it where Gohan he was like on the I don't
He was
was
on,
he
yeah,
on
he was
the
on the
verge?
verge of dying.
He was on the verge of dying, then he gave his last power up so Goku could hone in. I think in the anime, all of them powered up together. Like Gohan wasn't on the verge of dying. They just all were circled together and Bulma yelled at them to all power up. And then they did. And then yeah, Goku honed in. So I don't think Gohan was in that kind of danger. Or at least he got a sensu being given to him by Piccolo, I think.
Mhm.
I have to revisit that. And then the manga, I don't even know that scene was in the manga. Like I just
Yeah,
don't remember the manga. It's so
but they
10 years
definitely did
ago.
not have the shocked faces that they do now.
Nope. But yeah, that it's so yeah, that it doesn't surprise me that, Goku was able to sense it, but it is I mean, Goku's just eating. I mean,
Hmm.
granted, they were talking about it just a few pages a little bit before about how strong they were and that they weren't paying attention. But the fact is that he's just sitting there eating casually and then bam, both of them feel it. I mean, it's impressive, but it's also like not unheard of. So a little bit of both.
Hey, we that is really how you start Dragon Ball and a bang like 2024 because the way the news was coming, not just the manga really picked up, but something that's going to be happening literally next weekend, the Dragon Ball Battle Hour, which everyone was excited for because they got people from Sparkling Zero, Daima gonna be there. And you would think this is gonna like really set Dragon Ball ablaze in 2024. Mitch, they did it again. This is not going to be live streamed.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know why they're just not making this open to the public just to show off. Like, you're not impressing stockholders. This is not like Nintendo where they unveiled the Switch 2 behind closed doors apparently to the stock investors. Like, show that shit to everyone. Just
Yeah.
like
Like,
get us all hyped for this shit. Like I just I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they do this.
this is
I
the
don't
second
understand why
time.
they
Second time.
just I wish
Because
I understood. I wish I understood cultural norms because I don't know. It's like just could you imagine if like Rockstar showed the GTA 6 trailer behind closed doors
oh
and
God.
announced shit for months, even though everyone's speculating about it? I mean, it's like, how do they not get hacked and get all this shit just like spewed out for the world? Because somebody has to be like hot pissed off and is about to just hack them like Sony. It's like,
Oh
wow.
yeah. I mean, because I got the schedule up right now. So on 128, remember this isn't Los Angeles, so it's either Los Angeles times 2 p.m. the Dragon Ball Spark Budokai Tenkaichi, for that's what I'm calling it. 2 p.m. is the series creators and the producers. They're gonna hold a Bower Hour event talking about the game. And then the main event on that same Saturday, the head producer for Dragon Ball Daima is gonna be there talking. Which we know they're scheduled for fall. Obviously, we just started the new year, but
Yeah.
by the time this is happening, this is going to be the end of January. So it's like, are you going to give us a release date? You're going to tell us more? Like, but they're doing that off camera. What? And then we're just going to have someone with their terrible phone quality just upload it, and then Geekdom and Sand Scholar are going to be the first ones who get it. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
If anyone's a listener and you understand what they're doing, please comment, subscribe, and tell us. We
Yeah,
this shit this shit doesn't make sense to us.
it doesn't, because I'm like, this is never like, okay, the New York Comic Con thing. Sure, you wanted the fans there to be the first ones to see the trailer, but then you knew someone was gonna host it on their phone, and then you released the better trailer. But you have all this Dragon Ball news that you're gonna talk about, and you don't want the world to watch when you already know people are gonna be recapping it.
You know,
That's just that's a bad move. Like, that just makes me think they're not gonna drop another trailer because they just know that someone's gonna show the trailer. But you have your two, and you already know people are gonna ask about Super.
mhm.
So like, I feel bad for the Diamond guy because people are going to ask him about, so like, why fall 2024? We talking August, September, October? Like, I don't know, man, but I feel like the manga's got us really hyped. I feel like the manga's got us super hyped for February, and we'll see what happens next week with this battle hour.
We
Anything
shall
else?
see, man. Like
Anything
I
else,
said,
man?
thank God's 2024, man.
Yeah, yeah, you're out of the retelling of this is all new stuff. None of us know what's it's everyone has already made their videos hinting that are we getting Goku versus Gohan?
Like, I would think so. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have like a fist fight or if it's just going to be a demonstration as to what these transformations are. But
Right. I mean, shoot, last time we got some fun fight, definitely anime. They went at it.
that they did. I'm trying to think though if we would have like such an epic fight like that right after we just ended, the Cell Max arc there.
Mhm.
Like, because I feel as though we didn't get a like at the beginning of the Moro arc. I think it took like it felt like 6 chapters before we actually got some fight there on New Namek, but because they did that filler shit with Miras on the train
Mhm.
from the people who were stealing gold and whatnot, and then And then, yeah. So,
I do like your idea of Broly training with Gohan because Gohan has not met Broly yet.
nope.
And the two Saiyans with biggest potential upside training with each other. Oof.
I would like it if Gohan became like this sort of mentor to Broly, maybe
Mhm.
like a brotherly figure, like they could like look up to or something like that. I know, like obviously Broly is significantly older,
Yeah.
no, but like Gohan know like he Gohan fights calmly, and then whenever he gets into his rage, then he's had that experience of losing himself in his rage,
Yes.
and he can bring up his past, like, yeah, this is how I handle my rage. Whenever I lost control of it, I beat up on Cell, but then my dad died. And this is how I cope with it. This is the blah blah blah, and then that helps Broly grow. And then that sort of makes Gohan a mentor, like a master of martial arts. Because like Goku is, like a master of martial arts. Like that's granted, Super's a little bit different, and where he has on his gi, like he has the symbols for whoever trained him in the past. But it's like Gohan should basically be a master of like martial arts if he actually would train a little bit more. But oh, well.
Awesome, man. Dragon Ball's it's up now. Anything else, man?
Nope, not tonight. Pretty good. I'm ready for February.
Amen. And with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to LFMC podcast. Make sure you like, rate, comment, subscribe wherever you listen. Dragon Ball is 101 is starting 2024 with a bang. Hopefully, the battle hour does something to keep the momentum going. If not, I'm already just getting ready for February for the spoilers in the manga chapter. And with that being said, L7C podcast signing out. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.